Have you ever found yourself staring at the ceiling at 2 a.m., wondering why your body feels tired but your mind just won't slow down? You're not alone. As we age, our relationship with sleep changes. What used to come naturally now feels like a puzzle with missing pieces. But what if I told you that you could start sleeping deeper, waking up feeling more refreshed, and even adding years to your life? Not by overhauling your routine, but by making a few gentle shifts in your evening habits. Hi there, my friend. Tonight, we're talking about something that's close to the heart. Rest. Not just the kind where you shut your eyes and hope for the best, but the kind that truly restores you, so you can wake up feeling sharp, strong, and peaceful. In this video, I want to share with you 4 simple yet powerful evening rituals that can help you sleep like you did in your 40s, and maybe even feel like it too. Now, I know the world is full of sleep tips, but these aren't just random tricks. They're intentional, time-tested habits rooted in longevity research and the real life stories of people who've turned their evenings into something sacred. And don't worry, you don't need expensive supplements or a yoga studio in your living room. You just need a little consistency, a little care, and maybe a cozy cup of something warm. Let's get into it, shall we? Let's begin with something deceptively simple: dimming your lights. You might be thinking, how could that possibly help me live longer? But here's the thing. Our bodies still follow ancient rhythms. Long before we had phones or TVs, we lived by the sun. Our internal clocks, what scientists call the circadian rhythm, are hardwired to respond to natural light and dark. Bright lights at night, especially those cool, blue-toned LEDs, trick your brain into thinking it's still daytime. That confuses your body, suppresses melatonin, and leaves you tossing and turning. So, about an hour before bed, start treating your house like a sunset. Turn off overhead lights. Use lamps with warm bulbs. If you really want to take it up a notch, try candles or salt lamps. Not only do they calm your space, they signal to your body, hey, it's time to wind down. You'll feel your shoulders drop, your breath slows, and slowly your mind stops racing. It's like preparing the stage before the curtain falls. Once your home feels like twilight, it's time to turn inward. And that brings us to the second ritual. One that most people underestimate, but is incredibly powerful: a gentle evening walk. Not a power walk, not a hike, just a slow stroll, maybe around the block, or even just to the end of your driveway. The goal isn't exercise, it's closure. You see, our minds collect so much stimulation throughout the day. Conversations, phone calls, news headlines, worries, hopes, all buzzing around like bees in a jar. When you take a walk after dinner, you give your brain a moment to exhale. You're not staring at a screen. You're not being asked to fix anything or solve anything. You're just moving, breathing, and letting the day fall behind you like leaves in the wind. And here's something beautiful. Studies have shown that people who walk gently in the evening not only sleep better, but they also lower their blood pressure, improve digestion, and reduce inflammation. All of which are key to living longer, feeling lighter, and staying sharp well into your 70s and beyond. Now, I know some evenings it's cold, or maybe your knees aren't what they used to be. That's okay. Even walking slowly through your home, just pacing a bit after dinner with your favorite music on, can work wonders. It's not about perfection, it's about rhythm. As you walk, try to let your thoughts go without judgment. If a worry comes up, acknowledge it, then gently set it down. You can pick it up in the morning if it really needs your attention. Right now, it's time to be here, with your breath, with your body, with the peace that only night can bring. And before we go further, let me say this. If you're watching this and thinking, well, it's too late for me to start changing, I want you to know that it's never too late. Your body still listens to you. Your habits still shape your future. Whether you're 60 or 90, your evenings can become a soft landing place for your soul. And that's where healing begins. So tonight, as the sun sets, maybe you'll start by turning down just one light. Maybe you'll step outside and breathe in the cool air, letting the night greet you like an old friend. Maybe you'll sit quietly, even for 5 minutes, and just let yourself be. That's where we begin. Because when we treat our evenings like a ritual, not just a routine, we start telling our bodies, you're safe, you can rest, you can repair, and in that rest we find youth again. Let's keep going. Now that your space is dim, your mind a little lighter, and your body gently unwound, we move into something a bit deeper. Something people often overlook because it sounds too simple to matter. But I promise you, it matters more than you think. This third ritual is journaling. Not the kind where you have to write pages and pages. And definitely not the kind where you have to relive every single thing that happened during the day. I'm talking about a small, honest moment with yourself. Just a few lines to bring the inside out. Before bed, take 5 minutes, maybe even just 2, to put pen to paper. It doesn't need to be poetic. It doesn't even need to make sense to anyone but you. The magic is in the release. Write down what's still lingering in your mind. It could be a thought, a worry, a memory, a gratitude. Maybe it's just, today was hard, but I'm proud I got through it. Or maybe it's, I'm looking forward to the soup I'm making tomorrow. The point is to gently unload your mind and anchor your spirit. There's something powerful about seeing your own thoughts laid out in ink. It quiets the chaos. It brings clarity. And here's what's fascinating. Neuroscientists have found that writing before bed can actually improve sleep quality, reduce nighttime anxiety, and over time, enhance memory and emotional resilience. When you do this regularly, it becomes a mirror. Not one that shows wrinkles or gray hairs, but one that reflects your wisdom, your growth, your heart. Over time, you begin to see yourself with softer eyes. You begin to understand that aging isn't about losing your spark. It's about learning how to protect it, to fan it gently, especially when the world gets noisy. Now, there's one more ritual I want to share tonight, and it's the most intimate of all. This is the part of the evening where you honor your body, not as a machine, but as a home, a sacred place that's carried you through decades of love, loss, triumph, and change. And that brings us to ritual number 4, mindful body care. Now, I'm not talking about slathering on fancy creams or chasing youth in a bottle. I'm talking about a slow, intentional routine that reminds your body, I'm still here. I still care for you. It could be a warm bath with Epsom salts. It could be massaging your hands with a bit of lavender oil. It could be gently stretching in silence while you breathe and smile softly to yourself. These acts are not frivolous. They are medicine. Touch is calming. Scent is grounding. Movement, even gentle, can activate your parasympathetic nervous system, the one that tells your body it's safe to relax and heal. One woman I spoke to, in her late 70s, told me her evening ritual was rubbing lotion into her feet. Just that. Every night. And she said, "It reminds me that even though I move slower now, I still deserve tenderness." That stuck with me. We live in a world that often rushes us, even in our older years. Keep up, it says. Stay busy. But your body doesn't need to be rushed. It needs to be respected. It needs moments where it feels loved, even by you, especially by you. So tonight, try this. Before you sleep, take a few minutes for your body. Light a candle, put on calming music. Let the warmth of water or the softness of your hands remind you that you are not just aging. You are living, and every night you choose to slow down, to tune in, to honor your rhythms, you're giving yourself a kind of strength that no pill or potion can replicate. You may even start to notice something strange in the best way. Your sleep begins to deepen. Your mornings feel lighter. You start remembering dreams again. And not only that, your days feel more grounded, more yours. That's because these evening rituals aren't just about falling asleep. They're about creating a space where healing can happen, where your nervous system calms down, where your heart rate steadies, where your immune system resets. All the quiet work of longevity, of deep cellular repair, starts when your body feels safe enough to rest. So, as your day winds down, ask yourself gently, what do I need tonight? Maybe it's a walk. Maybe it's a journal. Maybe it's 10 minutes of stretching while the crickets chirp outside. Whatever it is, do it like a gift to yourself. Not a task, not a rule. A gift, because your body is still listening. Your soul is still listening. And they know when you treat them with care. When was the last time you felt truly rested? Not just asleep, but restored. The kind of rest where you wake up and say, "Ah, that's what I've been missing." That's the feeling these rituals are gently leading you back to. Not to the energy of your 20s. That's not the goal, but to the peace and vitality that comes from being in tune with yourself. You see, most people think longevity is built in hospitals, in clinics, in prescriptions. But true longevity, the kind that helps you feel alive, sharp, and joyful into your later years, is built in the quiet corners of your day. It's built in those last hours before bed when you decide to turn off the noise, to turn inward, and to treat your body and mind like they still matter. And they do. More than ever. Because you're not just winding down the day. You're preparing your body for renewal. Every night, your brain detoxifies. Your cells repair. Your memory consolidates. Your stress hormones get a chance to reset. But only if you let them. Only if you slow down enough to say, "Wes, I'm ready now." So many people over 60 tell me they struggle with sleep. They lie in bed, wide awake, staring at the ceiling, wondering why their minds won't settle. And most of them have no idea that just a few gentle rituals, done consistently, not perfectly, can completely change that. Not overnight, but with time. And if you're thinking, is it too late for me to start now? Let me tell you, no. It is never too late to choose peace. It is never too late to sleep better. It is never too late to give your body a softer landing at the end of each day. The truth is, your body is remarkably resilient, even now, even if you haven't slept well in years, even if you felt tired for too long. There's a quiet power in showing up for yourself in the evenings, not with punishment or pressure, but with compassion, with patience. Because longevity isn't just about how long you live, it's about how well you live. It's about the quality of your days, the clarity of your mind, and the gentleness you give yourself when the world starts to feel too fast, too loud, or too much. So tonight, as you get ready for bed, I want you to pause for a moment. Just one deep breath, in and out. Let that breath be a reminder. You are here, you are alive, you are worthy of good rest, of soft lights, of quiet thoughts, of healing sleep, and you're not doing it alone. There are thousands of people watching this right now who are just like you, choosing, day by day, to take better care of themselves, not because they're chasing youth, but because they're embracing the life they have now, fully and with grace. So if this video spoke to you, I'd love for you to share your thoughts in the comments. What's one evening ritual you already love, or one you're going to try tonight? Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. And if you haven't already, don't forget to like this video. It helps more people find this peaceful little corner of the internet. And subscribe to the channel if you want more videos that honor your age, your health, and your happiness. We're building a beautiful community here, and we'd love for you to be part of it, because aging doesn't have to mean slowing down. It can mean softening into yourself. It can mean resting deeper, loving wider, and waking up every morning knowing you are exactly where you need to be. Here's to living well, sleeping deeply, and embracing every beautiful year ahead of you. Good night and sweet dreams. There's something deeply comforting about the quiet of the evening, isn't there? The sun settles down, the world begins to hush, and you finally have a moment to just be. No roles to play, no deadlines to meet, just you, the night, and the gentle power of slowing down. And maybe for the first time in a long time, you're realizing this quiet isn't empty, it's full of healing, full of memory, full of second chances. See, the truth is, most people underestimate just how powerful the end of their day can be. But you know now, it's where longevity begins. Not in chasing the clock or pushing through fatigue, but in honoring your rhythm, in choosing habits that don't drain you, but restore you. You've taken in a lot today, not just information, but a new mindset. A reminder that your sleep, your energy, your future, they're not out of your control. They're not lost to time. They're shaped by the little things. The cup of tea you sip slowly, the walk you take just before dusk, the screen you turn off, the book you open, the breath you choose to follow. You're not just improving sleep, you're rewriting your story. You're choosing to be present with yourself. And when you do that consistently, something miraculous begins to happen. Your sleep deepens, your mood lifts, your body starts to heal in ways you thought were gone for good. And your mornings, they feel less like a burden and more like an invitation. And let's be honest, if we want to sleep like we're 40 again, it's not about pretending we're younger. It's about living smarter, kinder, more aligned with what really matters. You've lived through decades of noise, of doing, of rushing. Now, you get to live in rhythm with your deeper wisdom. That's the gift of these evening rituals. They don't just add years to your life, they add life to your years. Because it's not just about staying alive longer. It's about being alive fully, So tonight, when you lay your head on the pillow, let yourself feel proud. You took a step. You invested in yourself, not with money or medicine, but with intention. And tomorrow, your body will thank you. Your mind will feel clearer, your spirit a little lighter. And if no one else has told you this today, let me be the one. You deserve this kind of care. You deserve rest. You deserve rituals that honor all the beautiful years you've lived and all the ones still to come. So if this message resonated with you, if you felt even a spark of hope or calm while listening, take a moment right now. Leave a comment, even just a heart emoji, to let others know they're not alone in this journey. This community is full of people choosing peace, one evening at a time. And we grow stronger when we share our light. Tap the like button if you haven't already. It helps others over 60 find this message, find their peace. And make sure you subscribe, because this channel is here to walk with you, to remind you that aging isn't a decline, it's a refinement, a return to what's true. And remember this, every evening is a chance to begin again, to close the day not with stress, but with serenity, not with fear, but with faith. You've earned that. You are enough. You are more than your aches, more than your worries. You are here, and that is a beautiful thing. Sleep well tonight, and tomorrow wake up knowing you are living your best years now. Here's to peace, to strength, and to rest that truly restores. Good night, dear friend.